Welcome to part 7 of Super Mario 64. Or we're doing another mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. I forgot which one though.
I think we did part 6.
I split part 5 into 2 parts, so it's now part 7.
Ah.
What am I trying to do here?
Just keeps throwing himself off.
Oh no, I'm trying to get the start here. So don't grab them. Turn your volume down. I'm getting deep.
So is it part 7?
Yeah, yes.
Alright, that's... Alright.
But we're not going to part 7, right? I'll tell you, this part is part 7.
Alright, I am so thrown off right now.
I just explained everything to you. just stay on the video.
We're on part 6.
This part right now will be part 7 on my other channel.
Gotcha.
There you go. You feel better now, Cody?
Yes.
Okay. Why? Cause Alright, so now we're off to the second Bowser fight. Now that I got 30 stars.
They sound so stupid on camera sometimes.
What? Oh, you're fine. Just... Oh no, we still have one more level. We gotta beat Dire. Honestly, this level is cool, but at the same time, it's kind of pointless just because it's so small. And this could have been like Jolly Roger Bay, and this level could have just been one level.
Does anybody else think that Super Mario 64 was just an overrated game in its time? Like, seriously.
During its time?
Well, yeah, I mean... I think it was the most...
Not really, because there
game.
were a lot of other 3D games with, like, 3D platformers, but they really didn't get the whole, they still have a lot more issues than 64 did. Like, 64 kind of perfected a lot of issues other 3D games had.
Yeah, but...
I'd say now it's a little overrated. I think my best 3D game is Galaxy 2 by far.
I'm talking about Nintendo 64 per se. Like, for instance, I think Nintendo, or most of the Mario games, most of, like, maybe Super Smash Brothers and Mario were the most popular Nintendo 64 games out there. So
they're kind of we're the only games worth buying. If you had it in 64, I mean,
still, look,
most likely had
for instance, there were people who enjoyed, I mentioned in past videos, Pokemon Stadium and stuff like that, but like those were like the only video games you could play for that system. Anything else was just too damn complex. It always seemed too, like it was too difficult. A lot of them were.
Like what?
Castlevania.
Well, Castlevania is just badly designed.
That's most Nintendo 64 games were, but Mario worked for that.
Well,
Mario was pretty... What I'm trying to say is Mario works better as a 3D game at the time they were developing a 64-bit system. So, as...
I'm not understanding what you say. You said that a lot of N64 games were too complicated, like what else?
When I mean they're complicated, I mean that they are either too hard for someone to play, or they are just... their layouts are completely hard to figure out.
Like what? Like, besides Castlevania?
Besides Castlevania, there was a couple Star Wars games I used to have when I was a kid.
I did not know there were Star Wars games.
Empire, what was it? Empire, damn, I forgot what it was called. Something, it had the Empire in it, you know, but...
There were Star Wars games for the N64?
Yeah, there was. There was, damn, I totally forgot what that was called. But it was, the layout was, like, weird. I'm trying to say is, like, if the platforms, like, if you're jumping on a platform or something and it looks all warped and stuff, it really does throw you off. And Mario has that situation sometimes.
Like what?
Like, when you're jumping on different platforms or on different, like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to say something and it's not coming out. I'm just saying the layout is completely, like, rushed in some Nintendo 64 games. Or at least the development. I mean, like I said, Castlevania is the prime example. It seems like a lot of the games that they did were completely rushed. Now, no, I got another one. Star Fox was pretty good.
I like Star Fox.
That was a good game.
Apparently that's supposed to be like the best Star Fox in the series. I've only played 3 games. I've only played Star Fox 2, 64, and Adventures.
I think it was only because they experimented with the 3D that actually worked. Actually, I think Nintendo 64 actually was one of the... Okay, wasn't there a Metroid game too for the Nintendo 64 or no?
There was no Metroid game for the Nintendo 64.
For some reason I have some...
Metroid didn't get a 3D game until the GameCube.
Ah, okay, I got you now. Now, like I said, some games work when it comes to, like, say Mario, they give their main characters the best treatment. Mario, Star Fox, but anything else, you know, they completely rushed it. See what I'm getting at?
That's probably third-party developers. And they really didn't know what to do on the N64.
Hey, you can't really do nothing. Those games are here. You can't throw them anywhere. It's like you can't make them disappear. So,
like, I think from what I experienced, I think the N64 better 3D games, and the PlayStation got better 2D games.
Where
Where
exactly does the PlayStation have a 2D aspect? What game have you played that... I haven't played PlayStation.
Symphony of the Night, Mega Man 8,
those are most...
X4, X5.
Those are games that work as side-scrollers, though, so...
I know, that's what I'm saying. What else? Marvel vs. Capcom. That was a port of the arcade game.
The first one? Or the second?
Yeah, the first one.
Okay.
But I haven't played a lot of 3D games. Bandicoot was cool.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like Rayman Shootout that much.
Speaking of another video game from the Nintendo 64, Donkey Kong Country.
Sucks. Wait, for the 64?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just... It seems like just a very, watered-down version. I don't want to say watered-down, like... I guess, for lack of a better word, just a watered-down version of Mario 64.
Yeah.
And that's kind of weird, because it was made by the same people who made Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie is like a great game.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, Donkey Kong was... Mario was born inside of Donkey Kong, wasn't he?
Yeah, Donkey Kong, the Donkey Kong series precedes Mario.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with the N64?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about how it's funny that you sit there and say, okay, what other Donkey Kong games out there are, like, I think the Super Nintendo ones were good, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, those are some of the best.
But, isn't it funny how Mario became more popular than Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
It was like...
Considering Mario is a spin-off of Donkey Kong, yeah, that is...
Mario was called...
We'll talk more about that in the next part.
Was Mario called Jumpman or something like that in the Donkey Kong series?
Yep.